And last Sunday, we were to hold the 12th episode of the issues with the sound. You guys were not hearing me clearly, and I was actually in high spirit that day. I had a very high level of energy that day, and was to deliver an optimum presentation for us. But when the sound was creating so much, like I couldn't get it resolved. I had to so we can actually. I'm coming, guys. I don't quickly cut off the live session. So what would happen is that we can reschedule it for today. And but before I proceed, let me know in the comment section if the sound is better now and you can hear me clearly. Drop a comment if you can hear me clearly and the sound is perfect on your end. We are streaming to Facebook at the same time, from YouTube to Terra.tv and also to Twitter X. So we're streaming to 4 different platforms at the same time. And we're having a great number of people who are connecting from whichever favorite social platform they're belonging. So let me know in the comment section, guys. I want to see your comment. Whatever you're connected from, just drop a comment. It pops up on my own end. So that being said, let's get straight up. So welcome, guys, to the 12th episode of the Crypto Capital Show. Now, if you have been joining the Crypto Capital Show, I believe you've learned a lot, you've benefited a lot, you've gained a lot of experience. Congratulations as well to the House of Vet and every one of us. We've just crossed 7,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, and I explained why it's a big deal to me and to us, because initially we had a YouTube channel which was over channel, but something strange happened and then we lost the ball game entirely, and it's another kind of a very painful thing and a very painful experience. So now we started afresh. This channel we are on right now, we started it last year and now we're on 7K. So I believe that before this time next year we should have crossed 20K and even go higher as well. Do you believe same? So congratulations to us. But now if you've been joining the Crypto Capital Show, you've been benefiting, you've been gaining something as well. You know it is not a show you want to miss. If you're just joining for the first time and maybe you haven't joined any of the series before, we've had 12 series so far. Now, the Crypto Capital Show, what we do in this show is that it's held once every week. And what we do is everything you need to succeed in crypto from now into the bull run. We call it raising the new set of billionaires. So that is the goal of the Crypto Capital Show, is to raise a new set of billionaires. And whenever we come up with a show, we have a goal, we always hit it. That's one thing about us. You know, just like when we started the Crypto Breakfast Crypto Show, remember, guys, the goal was that want to be sharing opportunity that we could make money very fast, quickly. That day, a couple of months in 2021, Buron, and we nailed it. Don't worry, guys, that shit is going to come back again in 2024. Then I think that was in our live in our previous channel, yeah. So then last year when we entered the bull run, I told you guys we're going to start the CME, which is the Crypto Millionaires event. It will be held once every month, and I'm going to come on live. I'll predict what will happen for the month, and then Bitcoin, the crypto market, what we should expect in the market for that month, and then I'm going to cover on coins and alphas that can make us money, strategies we can apply in the bear market. And that's the number one crypto show in the world that shares strategies that were designated only to make money in the bearish market. And I told you guys, when we're coming to the close of the bearish market, or so towards the end, we are going to wrap up the CME shows and the CME series. How many of you guys benefited from the CME series? Drop a comment, because If you check through most of the predictions I gave last year, 80% of them was very spot on. Sometimes I even give down to the week of what we should expect in Bitcoin for that month, a particular week you should expect it and all that. It was an amazing time. If you benefited from the Crypto Millionaires event, which we're heading every month, drop a comment. I know along the line we now compiled everything into a course. Every session was recorded once a month, was compiled into a course, and a support group was created. So everyone who gets the course gets added into that CME support group where they are guided on how you can implement those strategies, and we help ourselves to make money together and all that and all that. So now we started this. So this year I now held a session where I taught on bull run strategies this time around that you can make money. One of the strategies we use in the bearish market was token unlocks. When the token is unlock is getting closer, we want to short those trades, short those assets, because there's a bearish sentiment with it, and people will want to sell off. And it's to drop more, as in a bearish market, will make a lot of money out of it. But if you observe, as we enter the bullish market this year, you discover that it no longer works like that. It doesn't involve actually even going up. Actually going up. If you observe, so like I always say, you don't use a bearish marketing strategy in a bullish market, and you don't use a bullish market strategy in a bearish. This market are different terrains, and they involve various and different strategies that are peculiar to that market nature. So I had series for a couple of days or so, which will now form the first session of the bull run course as well, which is also available on the website. So if you don't have the access to the bull run course, make sure you get it on the website. Or if you join the bull run group, automatically you just have access to the course. You get access to the course for life. And the periodical sessions I have privately with the bull run group, I always upload this content on that course. So the course is consistently being upgraded per time. So much value there and all that. Now we started this weekly series, and this is the 12th episode of the Crypto Capital Show. And I know a lot of you have benefited, a lot of you have gained a lot from this series, both from alphas, information being shared, strategies being taught. Like every week I see your DMs, I see your messages, both the ones it takes me a long time to reply, the ones I reply immediately. And I'm grateful to God for all that, because it is his mercies that makes it possible for us to see what we are seeing, to know what we are knowing, to be privileged to have access to this information at such a time like this in a world of over 7 billion people. And we can have an opportunity and a privilege to change our lives. And I'm grateful to God for that. So if you're here, I'm also grateful for you. One good thing you want to, you repost. If you're on YouTube, you share as well. Why do you need to share this session? It's because there's somebody out there right now that needs to receive the knowledge you're receiving here, receive the value, receive the information, and might turn out that that is the person's breaking point. That is increase, favor, benefit would be tied not even necessarily to me, but to you as the helper or the connecting point to that person. There are so many persons who I've gotten at least 8 testimonies today from people who benefited from me because of somebody recommended to them. So you are like sowing a seed. You might not have money to give somebody, but you have the right information to share. So just do it good to somebody out there that needs to benefit from this. We also get people who like who come and be like, Shifu, where have you been? I had to go through all the videos in your channel, and I so much value, because this is the thing most of you don't know either. One of the reasons why our live stream sessions are very accurate and very powerful is beyond the fact that I don't just randomly pick topics. When we pick topics, we do research. I take my time to do a lot of research. And many a time, some of the value we give here or I give on this live stream session are based on free. You see? So it is what it is. It is what it is. That is that. Let's go straight to this is almost 10 minutes of shenanigans. Let's go straight to what we have for today. There are so many people in the crypto market, but very less people actually making progress and making profits. And very a lesser number than that less people are consistently profitable. Consistently profitable. That's the key word now. And if you've been following me for a while, you know I'm one of the best in the world when it comes to being profitable in all aspects. Like you look at the informations we give from futures to sports to DeFi to alphas in the job sector. A lot of these things we give, I drop like in our live stream sessions. You see how majority of them turn out to be like the last two, like 90% of the informations we drop were all straight up profitable. Straight up profitable. Now, how am I able to come to this place? It's because I have grown a level of knowledge uh, and value in myself in each of these sectors. So, what I'm going to do right now for us is that the most important sectors of crypto in Web3, where people make the most amount of money, is divided into four. And I'm going to major on this four for the sake of today's topic and today's session. And I'm not going to be using a slide because I want to communicate with you and I want you guys to feel me. I want you guys to hear me. I want this to be like a heart-to-heart talk and all that. You get what I'm saying, right? Now, let us get started with number one. Number one is airdrops. We already know what airdrops is. So this video is not about what airdrops is. I'm not going to be talking about what airdrop is. But now, how can you be among the top 10% of people who are consistently profitable in the airdrop sector? So let's say you want to focus on the airdrop sector. What is the secret behind it? What is the most important thing you need to know or do to ensure that you're consistently profitable in airdrops and you won't have to need to spend the next 1 year, 2 years without anything to show for it? Now, what I'm about to share to you, if you are focused in this, it is not a financial advice, but one thing I'm very certain is that if you follow what I'm about to say, within the next 6 months, it is impossible for you not to hit your first million from airdrops. Follow what I'm about to say. It is certain that you will hit your first million from airdrops within the next 6 months. What do I mean? First of all, you look back to the past, and you can even say to this year, so let's say the past 2, 3 years. The airdrops that have been super profitable to people, that have been the most rewarding. If we even go back to like 2020 when there was uni airdrop, which a lot of people in our community benefited from, then we had DYDX later on. A lot of these major airdrops down to the airdrops of 2022 airdrops in this year as well. Even the one that just recently gave people money, Jito airdrop. There's Python airdrop give people money too, right? A lot of these airdrops that give big money, like 5 figures, 6 figures, and all that. If you pay attention to them, you discover that they fall into two categories. The airdrops that reward the most fall into two categories. Every one of them fall into these two categories. Now, this means that this is what I mean. If there are 100 kind of airdrops in the crypto space, and these two categories, which category am I talking about? Retroactive airdrops, retroactive drops, and social engagement. Retroactive drops and social engagements. Retroactive drops and social engagement. What do I mean by retroactive drops? Retroactive drops are airdrops that will require you to spend a little form of money, some amount of money, engaging in their dApps, engaging in their dApps platform. So it could be staking, could be something else, but they fall in that category of retroactive drops. They turn out to be more rewarding. Number two, social engagement. When I mean social engagement, it's just like the ones that we see like that has to do something on Twitter. For example, Twitter, you see there was this one called L that was rewarding people on Twitter. Is it blue tick or so? I don't know if it's only people, they give more people. I know those who had blue tick, we got L based on social engagement. And there are people who found and they were able to get more and all that also. They are also so tokens in these two categories turn out to be more rewarding. And when you start paying attention to airdrops in these two categories, that you will hit your first couple of million from airdrop within the next 1 year. Very simple and very possible. Now, let's go to number two. Number two is trading. People make a lot of money from trading. People make so much money from trading. And the same way people make so much money from airdrops as well. But this is the funny thing about trading, that it is stated that 90% of traders fail and only 10% succeed. 90% of traders fail and only 10% succeed. And that is why it is true, because that is why most people traders are being mocked at. Mocked at. Only 10% actually succeed. Believe me, you, despite what they know, only 10% are successful. There are traders who've been trading for 10 years and they're yet to succeed. 5 years yet to succeed. The length of years you've been trading does not equate for trading success. Somebody can come into trading and in 1-2 years, that person is more profitable than someone that's been trading for 10 years. We've seen a lot. I, like me myself, I've been trading for a couple of years now. Let's say 8 years, 7-8 years now, if I'm not mistaken. And that's a lot. That's a lot. And I'm quite successful. But at the same time, there are people who have been trading for a shorter period of time and has made more money than me. It's not a thing for competition. It's all about but the focus was that, so for the first 5 years, it was like a syndrome, or let's say the first 5 years, yeah, like a syndrome. Then 3 years ago, I broke through in my trading. I broke even in my trading myself. So for the past 3 years, I've just get better, more successful, making more money, and all that, and all that, and all that, and all that, and all that. So that's like 8 years of trading now. So, but that doesn't mean that you have to go through the next 8 years. So the real, if you learn what I've learn from my mistakes, learn from my errors, learn from my teachings, my principles, my strategies, the real proof of mentorship is giving you what you're not qualified for while qualifying you for it. So you won't have to go through the next 8 years to get to where I am. Rather, you only have to go to probably 80 days. 80 days is enough. If 80 days, or probably 400 days, or maybe a double of that 80 days, 120 days. That's the proof. So, and so the question now is, why does 90% fail and only 10% succeed? Why is that? Why is that? It is because it is hard. The answer, this is the answer now. This is the only answer. It's how to find the balance on what I call the three foundational pillars of trading success, which I've talked about over and over again if you've been joining my sessions, which is the 3 M's of trading. What are the 3 M's of trading? Trading method, trading mindset, trading money management. The method of trading, the mindset of trading, or the mindset of the trader who is trading, the money management principles of that trader. This is what we call the 3 M's of trading. Across these three things, very, very, very hard. The more traders who have been able to find the balance among these three foundational pillars of trading success, the more successful traders we get. And the way people find the balance difference, or the pattern by which a person comes to find this balance, differs per person. So what matters is, if you want to become a successful trader, you need to know how to find your own balance in these three areas. I broke down the 3 M's of trading in the ITC course, which is on the website. So you can make sure you just get the course and absorb what you can. It's on the House of website. It's on the How University website. You can literally get it there. Coming. Free. Now the question is how to find a balance. How then do you find a balance? If this is the issue, then how do you find a balance? Because that means if you can find a balance, you can become a successful trader. This is the best way to make it very practical. If you are coming into trading and you say you want to make money from trading, set a 1 year to 2 year target with what you have. If it's a $50 capital, set a 1 year, 2 year target with that $50 capital. If it is a $100 capital, set a 1 year, 2 year target with that $100 capital. If it's $1,000 capital, $10,000, set a 1 year, 2 year target. Don't set a 1 month target. Don't set a 1 week target. Why? Because when you set a long term target, automatically your brain, your mind, your emotions is reset to think long term, approach the market long term than short term. So you are not going to operate under stress. You're not going to operate under the fact that you want to pay debt tomorrow. You want to pay debt next tomorrow. In fact, when you are under serious debt, you shouldn't even be trading. You should look for whatever can raise you money. Tell yourself that you are not trading just because you want to clear all that debt now. You are want to trade for it for longer. So maybe you get into an agreement and tell the people that you are going to clear up their and they're going to give you time. And if they agree to it, then you can now trade. Why? Because you be at peace. You need your head to be balanced. Because see, no matter correct as a human being, you will still lose in that trade. Enter the same trade and you are not going to profit from it because you are not correct. So, in when you approach this are the funny thing that when you approach it like this, most times you will end up having results in a shorter period of time than you planned. Sometimes you will see your $50 might turn to like $500 within 3 months. Something that you're planning that going to take a longer time, or maybe to like $5,000 within 3 months. Something you might be projecting that you're going to make in the next 1 year or 2 years. It might just happen. It's most likely going to happen for why? Because you're not operating within the rules. It becomes easy for you to keep trading methods you're using. It becomes easy to manage your money wisely. It becomes easy to keep your emotions in check. It becomes easy to find the balance of the 3 M's of trading. And guess what? You're already on your path to trading success. There are many of you who are in the Bible Trading Network, which is a free platform. So much information is there. Apart from the people who our other admins post trades every day, almost every day, a lot of trades. So you could be making some money out of it. Some trades hit CP, some hit surplus. But if you manage and follow by the rules and manage your capital well, you should make a lot of money from that. Now, apart from that, the ongoing trading challenge has been very accurate. We just had one loss recently, that was yesterday, which was Dodge, and then we caught the trade on VET. But funny enough, VET is still like picked up. So we had the mid, but Dodge hits the stop loss. Now, if you look at the trades I caught in the past, let's say 1 to 2 weeks, me now, not the other admins, discover that we took a loss on Dodge. I think the rest we didn't really take a loss and all that. So now this is the we caught on VET. Now this is it. Majority of them, 80 to 90% of them have been super accurate and hitting the TPs. Now, let me use Storage, for example. Each of those trades, I risked 10% of my capital. 10%. And Storage did 65% on spot. That means on a 10x, that's 650%. On a 20x, is over 1,000%. Now, the arrow from the stop loss to the final TP for Storage, we were talking like 1 to 6 to 1 to 7. To how high it went, we were talking like 1 to 8. When I closed my Storage trade, it was around 1 to 4 for me. So automatically, that trade alone gave me 40% of my account size by hitting TP. to trade every day. Even though I didn't take most trades. That's why sometimes I only post maybe two, and I'll be like, I'll be on those trades for a few days, and then when they hit TP, I close them, and then like look for another trade to enter. Why? Because just those few number of trades, I don't want to, I can't. If I fail 10 trades, I've lost my whole. That means I've lost 10% times. I've lost everything. So I shouldn't get to that point of two. And if I lose 1, 2, then it means that I need to check what was wrong. You understand? So that means like 10, 20% of the account has been dropped. You get what I'm saying? But for me to maintain being on the winning side, I have to be calculated. I swing them. So I've been posting more of swing trades. And these swing trades have been super profitable. There's so many people who have shared their testimonies. In the following days, I'll be posting some of the testimonies. So people have doubled their account, tripled their account, and all that. And this is the same thing. This is how you can become profitable because I started that account. I think it was $50. I started that. That $50 account is now $200 or so. So it has 4x. How? This same, I didn't have to trade everything and keep my head over time and all that. The market has even started being choppy. If not that the market is choppy, we would have made more by now. We would have made crazy more by now. And also, I've been having a lot of distractions. So I've not like been 100% focused. But what I'm saying is, I'm practically showing you with what we are already doing in the trading network. A trading network, which is a free platform, gets successful in trading. Number 3 sector is investing. So airdrops, trading, investing. I call investing the lazy man's approach to crypto wealth. And although I demystified it very well, the aspect, what I mean, the lazy man's approach, I mean, and that was in one of our crypto capital shows. So if you check the YouTube channel and scroll down across the crypto capital series, you should see the lazy man's approach to achieving wealth in crypto. It's an amazing session. Make sure you watch that session. So, but I'm not going to get into that now. We summarize invest into 3 sectors, for example. Now let's just break down invest into 3 sectors. We have short-term investing, long-term investing, and mid-term investing. But the truth be told, a short-term investor is the same thing as a trader. So when we're talking about investing, we don't talk about speculating short-term. Proper investing is either long-term or mid-term. That is who an investor is. So anybody who says they are a short-term investor are not a short-term, they are actually a trader. Whether it is DeFi, DGen, spot, and it's not basically futures or forex, you are still a trader. So we have DGen traders, DeFi traders, and all that, because they're speculating on the short term. You don't really classify it more like an investing or like an investor. See, there's a lot of people who were once traders and they are now investors because they've seen that trading didn't work well for them or work out for them. And as they're now investors, they glorify the investing way to make money and bash trading. You know, one thing I have seen in life generally and in comes to making money, people project what has favored them more. And that does not mean that because they're projecting that that part has favored them more, other parts are wrong or bad or impossible. It's just like when somebody who is a driver decides to, he's driving a smaller car. Let's say you're driving a saloon car and you're traveling interstate in a country like Nigeria. You couldn't follow that road to the state you're going to. There's some issues with your car. Then someone else is driving a Jeep, a big Jeep, maybe Lexus GX 470 or so, and prefers that road because the road is shorter for him. Despite that is bumpy, is shorter for him, and boom, he goes. But you, that road have spoiled your car. You have to now repair your car, then go and decide to follow the longer roads because of the level of car you are in. That is how it is in life and even in the space we are in. Some people who have failed in when people fail in a sector is like We're having so much network issues. But I'm back. I'm back now, and I hope you guys are with me. Sorry, guys, I'm back now. So some people are like that. They are like those who are driving the saloon car and have failed in order. The car is more like likened to vehicles. The saloon car is more like that the vehicle broke down doesn't mean people who drive that car or follow that road will also break down. Sometimes the experiences of a man are peculiar just to that man and should not be accepted as a fundamental universal truth for every other person. So this is why one needs to learn how to be very careful to interpret the course of the life of others, generalizing people's circumstance because of just your own experience. It is when I see people, no matter how rich you are, when I see people who project such kind of things, I see them as myopic in horizon, in their mindset, in thinking. Because the world is vast and anybody can succeed in anything as long as they've set their heart to it and if it is the right thing for them. I've seen people who the only thing that is making them money, whenever they trade DeFi or sports, they lose money. But when they trade futures, they make money. These people make more money. Futures are more favorable to them than other aspects. And I've also seen people who, whenever they trade futures, they are always losing money. It doesn't favor them. But sports trades, DeFi trades is what favor them. And then there are people that futures doesn't favor them, sports doesn't favor them, only DeFi trades favor them. And then there are people who futures doesn't favor them, only sports favor them. And then there are those who only degen trades favor them. Man, everybody, is only airdrop that favors them. So this is why you shouldn't castigate or speak down on any way or method people are literally using to make money. As long as it is legal, it is right, then don't talk down. Don't talk down on them. Don't talk down on them. You understand what I mean, right? Now, so we have the long-term category and the mid-term category. But for you to literally become super rich and profitable and successful as an investor in crypto, first of all, you must understand this, what I'm saying, either mid-term or long-term. You need to understand money flow in crypto and patience. Money flow in crypto and patience. If you were in any of the private group and you joined the last private VIP live stream session I held, well, both those in the bull run group, the VIP and other private groups as well, I broke down and demystified this strategy and principle and how it works even in the bear market and every crypto sector. How money flows in 4 circles, from the king to the queen, from the prince to the princess, and it rotates. And how that same pattern plays in every bull market. Money flows 4 times, and then the bull market comes to an end within the space of 24 months. And how it's going to start again next year, and how it's already currently going on right now. I shared that in that session. It was recorded, and the recording is going to be is uploaded on the for the Bull Run group as well. So make sure you are there so you can have access to it. Make sure you join the Bull Run group so you can have access to it. If you need a discount to join the Bull Run group, reach out to me personally. I'm going to give you a discount on that. Now, what's the key? Understand money flow. When I'm talking about money flow, remember the flow of liquidity, how it flows from one sector to another sector. It is very important to understand it. It's very important to know it. And number 2, patience. What I'm saying patient is, you know, somebody shared to me, 2 persons. One person said turned $6 to over about $360 or $350 in the VIP. Another person turned, is it $50 to $4,000 or so. Most of those testimonies, we're going to be posting some of them. The ones that I haven't posted, there are so many testimonies that I haven't put, like a backlog of them, but our content are scheduled in a way whereby I don't want to be posting so many things again like before, maybe a few things per day and all that, and just highlight on them. Now, many of those testimonies, if you look at it, was from curves over time. Like, let's say the BRC20, for example. We're having BRC20 is booming now. Those who are in the VIP, because as of then we haven't started the bull run group. In the VIP, when we created a couple of months ago, I told them BRC20 is going to be the next biggest thing, and we're going to make 1,000x kind of plays out of BRC20, and that we should get in on Audi. Audi was around $8 or so. We should get in on Audi. It's going to moon, and even when it did like 2x, 3x, we sell small and leave a moon back for long term. And a lot of the plays we got them as airdrops, like Alex, I token, B20. A lot of those plays we got a lot of them as airdrops because they were literally like they started out like free mints. That's how BRC20 works. But now a lot of people are not paying attention to BRC20 as of 5 months ago, 6 months ago. They weren't paying attention to BRC20. So we had to buy in their position and wait. And then now we're seeing as of by November, some of them, RD itself, which is the number one, had already done like a 7 to 8x already. And now you discover that at the market cap, the total market capitalization of this category, when I was talking about them, was just 200 million. But check what's the market cap of BRC20s now? Is it not up about how many billions? So how do I check that? It's a lot of billions right now. How many billion is the total market cap for BRC20 projects again, guys? Categories. So we scroll down. I'm coming. Let me share my screen. One point. So the total market capitalization grew. It grew by 786, the same way Audi grew. Now, another thing there you now notice is that in the subsections did like 100x, 50x, 1000x, 500x, and crazy money was made on this. So when people were rushing and so hyped about it, is when we were selling off. Is when we were selling off for all those who held onto it. Now, if you don't have patience, you won't hold on to it. If you recall, when I was teaching you guys on the Sedgwick strategy, I told you guys on a live stream session like this that one of the strategies I thought that is going to make money from before the bull run, is going to come fully, and the people start making money from it was Sedgwick. And I told everybody to go and open a Sedgwick. I remember about 2 coins or so then. One of them was XNA. XNA, this token here. XNA is currently around 36 million. It went as high as 60 million market cap. God, that was last month. 65 million market cap. That was last month. Last month, it went as high as 65 million market cap. It was around 400k. At 400k, at 40 million, that was 100x gain. But if you check the duration of when I talked about it, the month I talked about it on the particular live stream I talked about it, if you check it, then calculates, it took about 4-5 months. Within 4-5 months. But guess what? If you can invest, let's say $100, and you're patient, instead of gambling everywhere, being everywhere, you're patient, and that $100 ends up giving you $15,000. Is that not a good investment? Is that not a good play? Some will take longer. Some might take a year. Some might take 2. The thing is, do you know what you're doing? Do you understand? The gains we are even seeing right now, let's say, because earlier when we entered this year, I closed down the VIP, right? And I don't even have plans of opening the VIP and all that. I don't have plans on all that because by next year we're launching I'm launching an equity fund, so I don't have time for all that. But the only group that is available that people can plug in if they want to be close to me to get early information and all that, or so it's the Bull Run group. And we've been seeing some crazy gains or so short term. But what we haven't seen in the Bull Run group is nothing compared to what we are going to see soon. It's nothing compared to it. It's nothing compared to it. But the key word here is patience. If there's anything those who've been following me understand that I have a knack for is accurate foresight in the long run. And you see 80 to 90% of my predictions across the market, across the borders have been spot on. The question is, how have you been playing them? If you're playing them with a get rich quick scheme mindset, you will not be able to succeed. But one thing you should know is that not everything might turn out profitable for you. But one thing you should understand is that life is so risky that you cannot get out of life alive. Everything about life is risk, taking calculated risks. If you cannot risk, you cannot be rich. If you cannot risk, you cannot be rich. You don't suppose taking risks, you will make losses, but your wins will surely outweigh your losses. Imagine you invested in only 5 coins, and after the five, maybe four fails. Let's just assume that four fails, and only that one that is left does 100x or 500x. It has covered you in a very accurate place, like here right now. Okay, let's talk about Block X, for example. I don't know if Block X is on CoinGecko because I know I repeated Block X a couple of times. I was singing it like a drum that people should get in and buy in. Don't even know which of them is the main Block X. So let us be clicking. So this is the Block X. I think maybe it is this one. Maybe this one, Block S chain. Let's check on how high the market cap went to. Oh, sorry. How high it went to. So as of last month, is it last month or two? What's the problem? As of last month or two, Block S went to like 2 point something million market cap, and at the time, it was around uh it was around 40k market cap, right? 40 50k market cap. Imagine if you bought it when I talked about it, BLX, a few times, and then from that 50k market cap to 2.5 million market cap, that's a 50x, 5,000%. Even if you bought it at a 100k market cap, that's 25x, 2,500%. It took about 3 months, right? A bit 2 months. But not everybody is patient to hold a coin for 2 months or 3 months. If you have that kind of character, you cannot become rich in this bull run. Oh. You can't be rich in this bull run. There are tokens I've been holding for 2 years. There's some I've been holding for 1 year. I told myself that even if it means for me to, if I have to go hungry so as to hold those tokens, I rather go hungry because that is the only way your change can come. For those of you who are in that point whereby in your life now, that's the only way your change can come. I have to look for other things that was giving me money to raise money before before I'm talking about before the previous bull run. I had to look for other things and raise money so I could divert. And when it came, I harvested. So if you don't put in the right mindsets now, you will fuck yourself up. You will fuck yourself up. You don't want to be like that. You don't want to get messed up. You don't want to get messed up. You don't want to get messed up. You don't want to, I don't want to be going over a lot of the coins I've been calling, the ones that are long term that are done super profitable, the ones that are short term that's because you want to make 100x. How can you make 100x in a coin in when you can't hold? Except you're betting that coin at a ridiculous market cap, like 5k market cap, 2k market cap, 3k. How many people get coins like that? How many in this space actually buys a coin that low? We are very few. To be very honest with you, we are very few. Very, very few. Even if so, some of them could be degens. Like, boom, it moves over a million or 500k per pop. You've made some money, you've pulled out and all that or so. If you want to do it the right way, whereby you are not going to be panicking, You don't want to lose too much money. This is what I'm sharing with you right now. There is no two ways about it. The fourth category, which is I'm going to talk about now, is crypto jobs. When I talk crypto jobs, I'm not mentioning when you know every time people are always thinking jobs, they're always thinking of a moderator, being a moderator, managing social media accounts. That is too myopic. That is too myopic. That is too myopic. You have to learn how to think big. You have to learn how to think big. Let me give you the points I have here. 4 points. Number one, volunteer and build your resume. Volunteer and build your resume. Most of the first jobs I got in the space came out from volunteer work. You have to learn how to sow seed. When we talk about the principle of sowing and reaping, giving, it's a universal principle. It is not a religious principle as per se. It is a universal principle. You have to sow. Sometimes you are not going to reap from where you sow, but you will definitely reap what you sow. So you have to learn how to volunteer. Just like you're doing internship, real life internship in a company, hoping to either be hired by the company or another company. But however, what matters is that you're building your resume. Learn how to do that. Do not just be doing nothing. Volunteer and build your resume. Because the time you're spending doing nothing online, you could volunteer or something. There are a lot of most of the people who are working with me right now in the House of Wealth team. They didn't approach me and say, Chifu, please pay me. Let me just be working for you. A lot of them, 80% of them, volunteered to work with me. And then I later on accepted them, onboarded them, the same for any other platform, sector, crypto platform, whatever, and all that. Volunteer and build your resume. Number two, learn and build your resume. Learn. There are platforms online. I'm not talking about platforms like Udemy, Coursera. They are okay platforms. I'm talking about major institutions online that you can go to their course. Their courses, their certificates are globally accepted. They have some level of accreditation to it, and they have practical training courses that can help you in like project management, in like data analytics, in like what's it called, social media management, an advanced level, digital marketing, growth marketing, um vc vc analysts, research, tokenomics, and fundamental. Now, by the time you start growing to, if you go to most of this like the crypto jobs lives website, you see certain kind of professions or tags that are being requested for. There are courses like that that accredits you and gives you that. When you go through those courses, what is happening? You're learning and you're building your resume. You're getting some level of knowledge. And your resume is still building. Remember, there's a part of volunteering and building your resume. There's part of learning and building your resume. So you can actually volunteer and be doing stuff and doing jobs while you're improving yourself, because you are your value you have in the marketplace determines what you're paid for. If you want more payments, you have to increase your value. You want more money, increase your value, because money is attracted to value. The more valuable you become, the more money you attract in the marketplace. That is it. It's not about the prayer point. It's about increasing and growing your value. Ask yourself, how can you grow your value? By learning. Number three, network and build your resume. Network and build your resume. One of the fastest way to break through in this space, whether it's even crypto jobs or investing or trading on your airdrops, is the right network. They say your network determines your net worth. If you're in the right network, you build your network, it will really help you, because one good recommendation can solve what 100 days of grinding will not be able to do for you. One good recommendation. And you need that recommendation. And it will only come when you have learned how to build the right network. And how do you build the right network? People always want to build the right network with the wrong mindset of an incubus and succubus mindset. They always want to take. You look at people who are valuable and you're thinking of how to take, how they can benefit you. You don't think how you can benefit them. You want to attract people who are great, who are successful. Think of how you can benefit them. How can you be of value to them? Because people who are great and successful like valuable people. Once you are proven to be valuable to them, they won't joke with you. They will bring you closer into their network, and then they will help you. They will project you. They will promote you. That is how it is. Except the person in question is not a good person. Now, then you begin pitching and pitching your position. Just begin pitching your position. Begin pitching, reaching out to platforms, project proposals, applications. Begin pitching yourself, but don't pitch yourself until you have gone through volunteering to process. Sometimes, if you go through this through, you won't even need the phone. Automatically, you're pitched. Automatically, you're taking jobs. Automatically, projects will be reaching out to you without even you having to need you to reach out yourself. There's some people who are working, who are heads of certain brands right now in Web3 and crypto, who out from the teachings I taught on crypto jobs and all that in some sections some months ago and all that from last year, I think. So many of them right now have had good offers. So most of those things I teach in those sessions, I'm summarizing them in just these three categories for you to see, non apply. Now, the amazing thing here, the good thing here is that for every one of this category, we've had, like, for example, the airdrops, we have a free airdrop platform. Every major airdrop that has happened in the crypto space in this world has been dropped there. So there's no way you can miss out on the most profitable information if you're there. It's free. You join, you share the link to your friends to make sure they join. We shouldn't have less than 100,000 people in that airdrop platform because it's the one of the easiest ways to break through in crypto. With the content being pulled, you can just use what I've said now, apply to the content being there. And Shikina, this is like taking a camel to a water and then showing the camel where the water is, creating the water, bringing it to the camel. That's a similar thing of what we're doing in the house. Almost every 70% of the informations are given out for free. The airdrops like the airdrop group. Then we have a free trading network, which we started launching in October. Over 1,000 now in the network. Free trades. My trades are being dropped there. Analysts too are also dropping their trades as well. You can copy those trades and profit and make money. Check some of the platforms you are going to pay if you want going to pay for future signals and all that. Whatever they are dropping there is not, sometimes most of them are not as accurate as what you are dropping in the trading network. Many of them are not as accurate as that. It's for free. I don't have plans of monetizing it and said, okay, for you to, I'm going to be charging. No. If there's going to be anything that has to do with fee, it's going to be for people, not even for me. I don't need it. It's a free platform and you can plug in. Although I think in the ending of this month, we are closing access. So only people who are there have access, will have access going forward at the end of this month. Then we have the investing aspects. All the private groups that we're running in the House of Mentorship platforms work have been closed. The only platform that is there right now is the Bull Run group, which you should join. It might just enter my head anytime soon. I'll be like, I'm closing access to the Bull Run group. And the only thing you'll be seeing is testimonies and results. Testimonies and results, testimonies and results. And by that time, you might be super interested and want to plug in. It's already discounted at $250, very cheap. So make sure you plug in with the kind of information I'm dropping for them, and I want to still drop for them. We don't want to joke. Talking about early information like what I shared for BRC20 now, 5 months ago. There's another one I'm going to be sharing for them how they can make 1,000x guarantee. How they can make hit 1,000x guarantee. And I'll give them 3 plays on three strategies of what they can do practically. I'll be sharing that for them. So joining the Bull Run group automatically gives you access to this information. You can literally apply for yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Anything you can do this period of your life to plug into knowledge, do it. Don't do it at the peak of the bull market. It is a wrong time. It is a wrong time. Those of us who've been here giving value all through the bear market, teaching, empowering, dropping calls, just trying to help all of you make money. We've been here since throughout the bear market till date. Don't joke with the opportunity you have now. Don't joke with the opportunity you have now. Do not joke with the opportunity you have now. Plug into as many paid information you can get, because information is what drives this space, this sector we are in. And getting early is what matters right now, because the bull run is already here. You understand what I mean? So, guys, you can join in the free airdrop platform, join in the free trading network, join in the pay for the bull run group, which is also very, very cheap and affordable. I've said so much so far today in how you can consistently be profitable in any of these sectors, also in crypto jobs. All you just have to do, let's say somebody who joins the bull run group, all they need to do is to make sure they are watching the recordings, the videos that are done, joining the live private live stream and holding with them, following up the teachings, and then taking the trades and wait. There is no how you cannot end up being rich. No way. No way. Even village people can't even stop you. They can't even stop you. So you get what I'm saying? You apply what I'm talking. Let's say you're in trading network. Apply what I'm talking into the trading network. There's no way you won't be profitable. Apply what I'm saying into the airdrop platform. There's no way you won't be profitable. Eh? I've said so much so far, guys, and I hope we benefited from this session and we learned one or two things that could be a spark to help you become consistently profitable in whichever sector you've chosen to find yourself in this space. You can do it. You can make it. You will become rich. You are the next billionaire in your family. It has been mandated before this world was created that you are destined for success. No matter what is happening right now in your life, no matter what you're facing right now, if I can succeed, you can succeed. If I can progress, you can progress. If I can make it, you can make it. Even more than those of us who think or claim or are actually have made it. So, guys, like we always say, if the students be ready, the Shifu appears. We appear, right? If the Shifu appears, what happens? The students will always prevail. See you guys next, maybe this coming Sunday or upper Sunday. We'll see you on the next episode 13 of the Crypto Capital Show. Meanwhile, there's an ongoing giveaway 50K will be spread across 5 persons. 5 winners is going to be picked at the ending of this week. Just watch that video on my TikTok or Facebook or Twitter X when it's posted and engage on the task that is given. And cheers to you.